Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Afternoon Show. And well, yesterday we were talking about the New Zealand requiring 310 runs to win the match, and there was a forecast for rain, as I said. But yes, initially New Zealand played, then the rain interrupted, then there was no play for quite a long time, and right now the match has just finished with the rain relenting and New Zealand suffering the inevitable as they lost this match at Leeds and Headingley in the second test match against England by a huge margin of 247 runs, awarded the series on a platter to England, with England registering a 2-0 victory. Now the focus will shift on to Friday, where the first one-day international will be played in the NatWest one-day international series between England and New Zealand. Well, just talking about today, nothing really to talk about. Probably I'll do a preview, I'll do a review of this particular series. That's what I'm planning to on this particular cricket show. Well, so just resuming at the innings, they lost a wicket pretty early. It was Brendan McCullum on whom all the hopes rested, and Brendan McCullum was dismissed pretty early by Stuart Broad. It was a beautiful catch taken by Broad of his own bowling, and he was gone, caught and bowled Broad for one, which made the score 152 for 62 for 7. And then Tim Southee was playing a breezy little innings. He played a breezy little innings of 38 of just 41 deliveries, 4 fours and 2 sixes in that knock. That partnership between Tim Southee and Doug Bracewell was pretty entertaining for the crowd, because in 7 overs they added almost 56 runs. So that was real one-day stuff going on there, with Tim Southee really hitting the ball pretty hard, and Bracewell also slamming 1 6 and 2 4 in his knock of 19. And that was the time when Tim Southee was gone. That was the time rain came in and interrupted proceedings, as Southee was gone, caught by Trout of the bowling of Swann for 38 of 41 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes. And after that there was a long interruption. There was no play at all. And then when play resumed, it was pretty quick work. Just 2 runs added, and it was all wrapped up by the Englishman, as Graeme Swann went on to take a 10-wicket bag. He picked up the wicket of Doug Bracewell to have 10 wickets in the match on his return. What a splendid return for Graeme Swann, the Red-arm offie. And as I said, I will say that later, that Daniel Vettori, the left-arm New Zealand spinner, was sorely missed. Just imagine what he could have done on this track. And Neil Wagner, the other day we saw him in pretty attacking way. He was attacking the bowling along with Trent Boult. They added 50 runs in double quick time. But Neil Wagner today also showed that he can really frustrate the opposition by staying at the crease, and he could be a pretty good night watchman candidate for New Zealand, because the way he played, he remained not out on naught of 37 balls. He did not even pick up a single run. So that shows that staying capacity of Neil Wagner, who stood it out there. And Trent Boult was an early victim. Anderson was the one who wrapped up the innings, as Trent Boult got an edge. Pryor held the catch. It was all over. New Zealand had lost this match by a huge margin of 247 runs. As far as the bowling figures were concerned, James Anderson, who bowled excellently in this series, 11.3 overs, 4 maidens, 1 for 28. Stuart Broad, 11 overs, 3 maidens, 2 for 26 for him. He had a great series. Graeme Swann picking up a 10-wicket bag in the match, took away the man of the match award. 32 overs, 12 maidens, 90 runs and 6 wickets in his name. Stephen Finn, 19 overs, 5 maidens, 1 for 62, also looked good. Joe Root, 3 overs, 2 maidens, 1 runs and no wicket. And the player of the series was jointly shared by the player from England who is really coming of age. It's Joe Root with a maiden century, and Tim Southee of New Zealand shared the player of the series. And I thought that was a nice gesture on the part of England to actually make two rival partners actually share the player of the series. Well, now just talking about this particular series, if you look at New Zealand, for New Zealand the problem has been that Peter Fulton has been a considerable failure. That is something which would raise a real question mark. And Peter Fulton, actually his batting is absolutely tailor-made for test matches, but he has really struggled. Hamish Rutherford has been sorted out very well by the England batsmen. By the English bowlers. They have definitely seen him. They might have seen a lot of videos of him when Rutherford actually hit those big centuries against England when England toured New Zealand. So probably they have learned their lessons, and Rutherford, they know where to bowl to him. Even though whenever he played with sweet timing, and he's another talent for New Zealand. And Rutherford, I'm sure he will get through this. He will definitely look at his videos and see where he exactly went wrong and how he can actually improve himself so that he could be better against other opposition. In fact, Rutherford, well, he couldn't really get on to any big one. So as far as Kane Williamson was concerned, yes, he definitely did his job. If I'm not wrong, he got a century. I'm not so sure about it. Ross Taylor, well, he has been doing his job, but he has not been getting much support from the other end. He definitely, his approach was to attack the English bowlers, and that was really paying rich dividends. Dean Brownlee, he has been a shaky starter. He has been, I would say, a victim of some very, very good deliveries received by him. Guptill was a total failure. Brendan McCullum couldn't contribute much. The bowling, it has been very impressive to see Trent Boult. Unfortunately for New Zealand, Trent Boult couldn't bowl in this match, which was very unfortunate. But Trent Boult and Neil Wagner were looking impressive, no doubt about that. Bracewell in patches, I would say. So this is as far as the review of the New Zealand team is concerned in this series. As far as England are concerned, they have lots of positives to take over. Alistair Cook, the captain, always leading from the front, sets an example for everybody. Nick Compton, well, he struggled a bit, I would say. Jonathan Trott, well, he hit some form now and then. Ian Bell couldn't really do much of note, I would say. Joe Root has been a revelation for England. He is definitely coming of age, and I think he would be cementing his position in this England scheme of things. So Kevin Peterson, once he comes in, probably the pressure might be, one might be tempted. It might be, one does not know, probably on Compton, or what it is going to be, one does not know. And Barstow, well, limited opportunity, he bagged it. Matt Pryor didn't contribute much. As far as the bowling was concerned, bowling was pretty sharp and pretty nippy. Anderson and Broad, everybody, I mean, as far as the bowling was concerned, the bowling was the key for England actually winning this series on a platter, because the splendid bowling of Stuart Broad, James Anderson in the first test, Stuart Broad in the second test, Graeme Swann coming in a 10-wicket bat, Stephen Finn chipping in with the wickets, and I think they have a very balanced bowling attack. And that is as far as the series is concerned. But one thing that I would keep on telling is that why, if Daniel Vettori was there in the pavilion as he was there, why was he not selected? Why did New Zealand go into this test match without a specialist spinner, which according to me is something, it's a real question mark. It really hangs like a question mark for me here. But I don't know how you guys all agree with it, dear subscribers and friends. You may write to me. You may write to me on this Cricket Happening show and tell me what do you feel if Daniel Vettori was available, and whether it was the right choice by New Zealand to go into this particular test match at Leeds in Headingley with a 4-pronged pace attack instead of actually having a specialist spinner, which according to me is a must in test cricket. Well, but you know, Graeme Swann, what damage you did. So considering all the facts, could you please write to me, dear friends and subscribers, and give me your opinion as to what you think about it. Really appreciate that. Well, other than that, I have nothing else to share. West Indian coach Otis Gibson feels England have the best chance to actually win the Champions Trophy, because they know the conditions very well. And the other news that I have is breaking news that the Pakistan Cricket Board chairman Zaka Ashraf has been pushed out of his seat now. So with this, I do end my Cricket Happening show for today. Thanks for your company and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram signing off for the day. Thank you.